Okay, I'm Ron. Welcome to Ron's Garage. I know it's been a while since I've been over here. A lot of stuff going on the last couple months between a family medical thing and just a lot of obligations and stuff happening. I just haven't been over here. I haven't even been able to comment to very many YouTube videos, so I got catching up to do. Those guys that normally see me, I will catch up. So anyway, most of you guys remember the issue I was having with my red truck. The frame was cracked. I tried welding it with my flux core. It didn't work, so I went and got another one, another $1,000 truck. This one is not a long bed. It is a step side. As you can see, it is extended cab still. A lot of the same issues as the other one, you know, weight reduction going on along the rockers and stuff. The door latches for the back doors rust and are sticky, so I've been working on it a little bit. Some of you remember that from Street Rod Bowtie, I got a steering box. Well, I took that to work yesterday and cleaned it all up in the parts washer, and I'm going to be painting that here in a few minutes. I just had to do some metal cutting first. Didn't want to get any metal shavings, aluminum shavings in it, but so I cut some panels. I've got a FRP plastic, fiberglass reinforced plastic thing. I'm going to mount the fuse box relays and the turn signal flasher too. I cut a piece of aluminum to mount the load resistors for the turn signals. That's my way of dealing with the fast flashing turn signals. Because they're LEDs, I'm going to put load resistors in series with them. That should fix it. I used aluminum on this because it dissipates heat really fast. For these two things, I've just got to go to the hardware store and get some little aluminum or steel spacers, little sleeves. But I know they carry those, so that won't be an issue. And I made this one. This one, it's going to go inside the car. Well, they're going inside the car too. But this one's going to be visible, where the other two are not. This one, let's get in. This one, I don't know how well you can see it, but is going to go right there. And yep, I know it's industrial looking, and that's my intent. The 4 little gauges are going to mount across that because I don't have a lot of room there to mount larger gauges. My tack is on the side of the column. It's going to stay there. And the speedometer is going to go right in the middle, right underneath the frame for the windshield. So the 4 most important gauges right here. 2 in the middle will be oil temp and oil pressure and temperature. And then on one outside will be the amps, and on the other outside will be the fuel. Like I said, and then tack here, speedo over there. So this one is going to go right there. And I may change that in the future, but for right now, I kind of like the aluminum look. So I got to lay that out and drill holes for that for 4 gauges. But I'm going to see how far I can get. Oh, one more thing. See this styrofoam here? Really thin styrofoam. I have an issue, and I had the same issue on the front with these turn signal and tail lamps, parking lamps. If you can see this, there you can. See that? It rocks because the body panel is curved. So I've been beating myself up trying to figure out a way to do that. I know the right way is to make a metal, sheet metal enclosure that follows the curve of the body line here and is flat out on the outside. I don't want to do that. I think I could. I don't have the tools to do it. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to take some of this styrofoam and I'm going to draw out a template to go underneath of that, and I'll paint it black. And this is really squishy. So when I tighten this down, it'll pull into that and fill up the gap. And it'll be black, so it won't be too noticeable. Now I will not leave that way. I will figure something else out. And if somebody else has any ideas, please tell me, because I'm open. But in the meantime, that's what I'm going to do just to get them mounted so I can get the wiring started. I'm going to paint the gearbox and put it in so I can order the steering stuff and get the steering working. The brakes are already working. If I get it wired and clean out the fuel system, I can run it so it will actually run and drive. Won't be ready for the road yet, but it'll move. And that's a big bonus for me anyway. So, but that's coming. Engine work, little stuff, distributor wires. You know, I got to put all those on. Got to clean out the carb because I know there's black stuff in the carb because that's what was coming off of that hose that was in that fuel tank, that fuel cell. So I know there's probably some of that inside the carb. So that's an easy thing to do. So anyway, let me get to going and see what I can knock out, and I'll come back when I'm done and show you what I got done. Bye. All right, sometimes it's the little stuff that takes the longest. Not that. Gearbox is painted. It's not quite dry yet, so I'm gonna let that sit overnight. But, you know, seemingly simple tasks just baffle me sometimes. This, for one, drilling my holes for my gauges. You know, I laid this out on a piece of cardboard, made a template, put it on here, marked it all. And my calculations were wrong somehow. If you look at the spacing between that gauge, those two gauges, and the edge, I'm a little far apart. So, and well, you know, maybe not. But regardless, I'm going to have to take this to work where I have a drill press. I smoked that drill. And my little cordless just doesn't have enough. It's pretty thick aluminum, and my cordless just doesn't have enough battery life to get through this. It might after it charges up. In all fairness, I did start with a mostly dead battery, but you know, I may try it again tomorrow with the cordless and see. I'm kind of concerned about that distance right there. You know, I don't know if I got enough room between those gauges, and a lot of that is the walking that the hole saw did. Because that is a corded, it says it's variable speed, but try to hold anything that's not full open and it just kicks your butt. But I smelled a little smoke in it, so it's done. So I may try again tomorrow, and then once I get these out, you know, I'll file out these holes a little bit because they're just a fuzz small. The gauge goes in, but the gauge housing has those threads on it for the keeper. It fits in just nice until those threads. Oh, you can't see. There you go. So I got to file it out just a fuzz. You know, not anything major. But I may, and there's not that much of a gap on these. If you look at them, it's just a little bit of a gap, or a surface, a flange. So that might be fine. And I think once they're installed, you'd never know. But we'll see. I may try it again tomorrow and see. I also got to come over and I want to come over and mount that steering box. Get that mounted, and then I can see where and how much I got to bend the headers in a little bit. And as you can hear that, this is my battery charger saying it's done. It's not done. It's only been on there a few minutes. So I might have to get a new cordless drill too. These batteries are really expensive, and for the price of the batteries, I can get a new set. Crazy, huh? Anyway, so I may come over again tomorrow. I'm getting a little hungry. It's about dinner time, and try to finish this up and see if I can do that and see what it looks like. It may look just fine. I don't know. You know, I really don't care about, you know, this spacing. I mean, like I said, it's industrial look. They're supposed to look like, you know, in my mind, it's supposed to look like a machine you'd see in a factory floor somewhere. I'm having a hell of a time holding this camera right. But anyway, I didn't mount any of this stuff because I don't have the right screws. So I'm going to have to go to the hardware store and get some screws for that. And then we'll see. So I accomplished something. I got the gearbox painted. I did start drilling holes, so, you know, yay. I wish I'd have got more done, but, you know, it is what it is. So, anyway, that's all for today. I'll go post this in a little while so people can see I still am around. Just haven't been able to do what I wanted to do. Well, that's not necessarily the way I want to say that. It's not that I don't want to do. I'm not doing what I want to do, because I'm doing what I need to do and what I want to do. Just not on this. So, but I got to get back started on it again. So I would really like to take it around the block at least before the snow flies. Even if I don't have a windshield in it, just go around the block. But we'll see. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye.